Hey guys, and welcome back to Pure Heart. Chris here, as usual, back again with another album review. And guys, as always, before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button onto this video, and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album. And also, you know, if you're new here or a returning visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then maybe hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. But let's get into it. So Vintage by Shane & Shane is the latest from the duo Shane Barnard and Shane Everett. They have been making record after record, year after year. I think they've made 20 records in total since 2007, which is a lot. They have been doing the Worship Initiative, and if you guys remember, I actually did a video of the Worship Initiative that you guys can easily check out, which if it will be right here or right here, you guys should totally check that out. In the future, I actually may do all 21 versions if you guys actually want that. And if you guys do, then put it down in those comments for those 21 versions. I'll do a review of a review of a review of a review. So, but you know, if you guys do want that, then you know, put it down in those comments, because that'll be, you know, pretty cool. I may do like a 1 through 10 type of thing, or 1 through 5, or I may just do a top 5 Worship Initiative albums. You know, honestly, you guys just decide about that. But anyway, you know, this album actually will be really short, just because if you guys actually look at the track listing for this album, then you know it's gonna be hit after hit after hit, and it just depends on if they land with those hits. And so what they want to create with this vintage album, it's full of timeless classics and really acoustic versions. And honestly, if this was your first time ever listening to some of these songs, then I wouldn't blame you, because a lot of these songs sound like that they just were released. If I was new to the Christian music world, then I'd be like, whoa dude, what is this song? Especially with that first song with Awesome God. What a way to kick open it. Had this type of eerie sounds like that you're in Egypt, which is what the artist, I believe, was originally going for. And it's amazing. It's maybe be better than the original, just because with that acoustic track. And if you guys grew up with 90s Christian CCM, I did for a little bit of the late 90s, early 2000s is the Christian music that I kind of really grew up to, and that I really remember from listening to on the radio or listening to it from a CD. So a lot of these songs were just like, this is a huge throwback. And some of these songs I do listen to once in a while. Whenever I was listening to this album, I was like, oh man, do they need to play I Want to Know You by Sonic Flood, because I didn't see it on the track, because I didn't realize it was called something different. Then the 8th track, you know, I was like, yes! I was having nostalgic hits for this album, but also made it into a more modern version for new listeners to be like, wow, this is amazing. If you grew up on these tracks and you want it more modernized, then this is it. This is the album for you. If you never heard of these tracks, then listen to it, okay? Listen to either the originals and then this, or this and then the originals, and then decide for yourself, because I love each and every song off of here. There's not one bad track off this album. There may be some tracks that I just may not like personally. Nothing was wrong with the Shane & Shane version. It's just with the lyrics, it just didn't resonate with me as much. But that doesn't mean those songs were bad necessarily. It just means I just didn't really prefer them other than the other ones. I guess I didn't really grow up with them. So I was like, okay, you know, this is very nice. This album is really for your 90s hits, but also I think there's a few hymns in there, but maybe those 90s songs took the song from a hymn and then produced it in the 90s, if that makes sense. One thing that is great about this album is just of how each song just transitions into another one, and it does it so well and so perfectly. It's like, I missed this. So overall, I'm gonna have to give this album a 5 out of 5. Praise hands. Before before I was going to do this album review, I was going to give it a lower grade just because they are cover songs and they didn't write the songs, so you know that's usually plays into the factor of my review system. However, these songs are so good and they just add so much to it. They also have this type of spontaneity into some of these songs that if this was my first time ever listening to these songs, I would love them instantaneously. And just another great album by Shane & Shane. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best cover album by Shane & Shane by far that I've listened to, and they have had some really great ones. Their Psalms is still up there, so it's really with this one and Psalms that's really hard to beat. If you guys would, leave a like onto this video, and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album, what your favorite tracks are, and also what you guys want me to review, whether it be something in the past, something coming up, or whatever it may be. You guys put it down in those comments and I will talk about it. It can be movies, music, a topic, whatever. Whatever list that if you guys have not seen my top 5 worship bands that you guys need to listen to, then you guys should totally watch that video. After you guys hit that like button, you comment down below. And also, don't forget, if you're new here or a returning visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. And with that, be the light, and know that you matter, and know that God loves you. Boom. Bye.